Anyone who's been watching my channel knows I have a bit of a picture frame in my butthole about Gearbox and about Borderlands 4 specifically. That was a lot funnier in my head. I'll cut it, don't worry. It bothers the spit out of me that Gearbox seems to be a very talented, very passionate studio who's run by a complete imp who is just incapable of letting his talented creative people do talented creative things without plastering his completely out of touch, bad haircut face all over it and making me not interested in ever giving the company as a whole money because I know that he's taken a big cut of it and I just can't bring myself to do that. Quick recap to get you up to speed. This all started when Randy Pitchford completely nosedived the hype train for Borderlands 4 by saying if you weren't willing to pay $80 for it, then you weren't a real fan of the series. He then had a horrible apology for it where nobody actually forgave him because he didn't actually apologize in his apology. And Randy Pitchford is inseparable to this franchise. He's made it that way by choice. A lot of the marketing for this game has his face plastered all over it. He's constantly trying to be like Gabe Newell or Flippin' Sakurai, like putting his face in the promotions, like as if his face is anything other than a deterrent at this point. So in before, oh, just support the game, support the developers, don't support Randy. Well, Randy's making it real hard to do that. Don't pay attention to what Randy's doing. Again, I sure would love to do that, Randy. Please get off my screen, Randy, and I'll get back to supporting your developers, but you won't do that, so I won't support your developers. Gee, what a wonderful leader of the studio you are. But leading up to Borderlands 4's pre-orders going live and the official price drop, there was a lot of tension between Gearbox and the rest of the gaming community because Randy Pitchford was doing everything in his power to defend $80 games and say, oh, listen, the industry's going in this direction. I can't stop it. It's not my fault the industry is going in this direction. I'm just a major CEO with a lot of pull in this industry, but it's not my fault the industry is going this way. I want everyone to have access to my games, and that's why you're not a real fan if you don't pay $80 for them. Oh, hey, this Borderlands game is on sale or being given away for free for a week. So if you're a more price-conscious person who wants to buy the game, then just be sure to pick it up while it's free, you fucking loser. This is the kind of person Randy Pitchford is, which is why I find it absolutely hysterical that the pre-orders actually went live yesterday and the price was revealed to be $70. And you know who was parading this around like it was some wonderful victory? Randy Pitchford. And we saw headlines from places like Kotaku and PC Gamer being like, oh look, the game wasn't $80, so gamers were mad for nothing. Gamers were mad and then the game wasn't $80, you stupid fuckwit. We did this, not you. Like, I love this idea that Randy Pitchford is coming out defending $80 games, saying, oh, it's not my fault that games are $80. $80 games are just the way of the future. I don't want them to be $80, but games are $80 now. And then the entire internet yells at him and the game is not $80, and then outlets are like, well, what were you even mad for? We were mad and we got change out of it. Oh my god, this game is $70 directly in response to the $80 controversy. It is so plainly obvious that's what happened here. There was no reason for Randy Pitchford to get so gung-ho about $80 games unless $80 was the original price point for this game. But I want to talk more about the price point because I have several issues here. First issue here is the fact that Randy Pitchford is toting the $70 price tag around like it's some kind of victory for gamers. And not to boost my own Twitter here, but I think this sums it up pretty well. The Gearbox strategy. Step 1, try to defend $80. Step 2, make a big deal about how the industry is moving towards $80 and it's not your fault. Step 3, confirm game at $70, which is still $10 higher than most people are comfortable paying for new games. Step 4, aren't we nice for not charging $80? Because, like, the industry completely skipped the part of the formula here where they were supposed to normalize something before making it even more expensive than that thing. Games have been $60 for a long time, and then games jumped up to $70, but not universally. People say that $70 games were the standard. No, they fucking weren't. You know what the biggest game of a couple of years ago was during the $70 game trend? Elden Ring. Elden Ring was $60, and it was one of the biggest games of the fucking decade. You have games like Expedition 33, that was $50. Oblivion Remastered was one of the biggest games of the year, that was $50. Split Fiction was one of the biggest games of the year so far, that was $50. So this idea that $70 is the standard for games is just bullshit. $70 is what the industry was trying to make the standard, and that people were in the process of rejecting. And then before $70 was normalized, the industry starts trying to push towards $80. That was the problem here. The problem isn't the fact that inflation exists or that shifting price points exist. The problem was that the industry, only in the AAA sphere, only in the sphere where people are trying to get the most money out of you for as little work as possible, conveniently, that sphere of the industry was trying to push $70, and then that same sphere of the industry was trying to push $80 without actually increasing the output or the quality of what you were getting for your $70 and now $80. Meanwhile, all the other spheres of the industry are understanding that people need to be met halfway. $50 games, $60 games, $40 games. Those are the ones that are selling really well right now. So when Randy Pitchford comes out and says, listen, $80 are the way of the future, no, they fucking aren't. It is not the consumer's fault that you can't manage a fucking budget, Randy. That's what drives me nuts about this. Randy Pitchford is someone with a history of really irresponsible money spending and really irresponsible financial management of Gearbox. And this is the dude coming out saying like, listen, everything's just too expensive, man. Development's too expensive. We gotta charge $80. That's just the way the industry's moving. Which is extra ironic considering the fact that Borderlands 4 was developed in its entirety during the $70 phase of the industry. So the fact that he was even trying to defend $80 or even suggesting that the game was going to be $80, saying you're not a real fan if you don't pay $80 for this game, my boy, you developed this game with the expectation of 60, at best 70, being charged for each copy. But then you come out and try to defend $80, my boy, did you go over budget again like you did with Borderlands 3? Were you pocketing a bunch of the money that the publisher was giving you like you did with Colonial Marines? Did you leave a fucking USB at medieval times again? Nobody trusts your analysis on money in this industry, Randy. And you did this to yourself. And like, it really just fucking burns my chicken that Randy comes out and is like, whoa, look how wonderful we are. Look how much of the good guys we are. We're only launching Borderlands 4 for $70. I mean, the last one was 60. The one before that was 60. But you know, at least it wasn't 80. But another reason I want to talk about this is there's several reasons I want to talk about this. Only part of it was because Randy's being a complete fuckwit like usual. But I do want to point out some things that not a lot of people are talking about, because yes, the base version of the game is $70. That's not the only version of the game, though, because almost immediately after Randy confirmed that the game was $70, he also announced that there was a collector's edition up for pre-order. Oh my goodness, this collector's edition is so cool. But Jarvis, zoom and enhance that. Games sold separately. So Randy Pitchford, the desperate good guy of the situation, who was going up to bat for $80 games, saying you're not a real fan if you don't want $80 games, and then saying he was only saying that because like, I just want all the fans to play the game that I was so passionate about making. I really care about people getting to play my game, is now openly promoting a collector's edition of the game that doesn't include the game. And naturally, he's getting roasted for this. Randy, I feel like I ask you this a lot, but I'll ask you again. What did you think was going to happen? But I want to point this out. There are currently 3 versions of Borderlands 4 that include the game, but they go for $70. Then there's the deluxe edition for $100 and the super deluxe edition for $130. We're just tacking adjectives onto this. The super mega deluxe edition, the super mega deluxe edition turbo, the super deluxe edition tournament edition turbo, and Knuckles, featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. But let's just see. So here's the chart from Gearbox's website. Standard edition, $70. You get the game and you get the Gilded Glory pack. 1 Vault Hunter skin, 1 weapon skin, 1 Echo 4 drone skin. I have no knowledge of Borderlands and I have no desire to know anything about Borderlands because Randy Pitchford makes me want to vomit and I can't stomach playing anything where his name's in the credits except maybe Aliens Colonial Marines. That's going to be my act of defiance. I was going to play Borderlands 2. I'm not going to anymore. Instead, I'll play Aliens Colonial Marines and I'll just tweet clips of Aliens Colonial Marines at Randy Pitchford every hour for 3 weeks. That was a bit that I was doing. I'm kind of just rambling, but now that I've like spoken that into the universe, I kind of want to do it. I just want to see what happens. I want to see how much it takes to get blocked by Randy Pitchford. How many Aliens Colonial Marines clips can I tweet at Randy Pitchford until I get blocked? But all versions of the game get the base game and the Gilded Glory pack. Then the deluxe edition, again, $100 for this, $100 digital for this. You get the game, you get the Gilded Glory pack, and then you get 4 unique areas, missions, and bosses 4 vault cards with unique challenges and rewards, new gear and weapons, new Vault Hunter cosmetics, new vehicles with new cosmetic. You also get Firehawk's Fury 1 weapon skin. So, like, listen, I'm under the impression that Borderlands is a looter shooter, yeah? That it's all about, like, the grinding and the unlocking. Correct me if I'm wrong. This sounds like a rather substantial amount of content. Your game is $70. You've increased the price from the last game, which makes me think that you would want a substantial amount of content in the new game to justify the price. But here you are, openly restricting a bunch of content from the game unless you pay an extra $30. Base game is $70, but the deluxe is $100, and this is the difference between the standard and $100. You think this everything that I just listed, you think that's worth $30? This doesn't really bode well for the amount of content in the base game, is what I'm saying. And then for an additional $30, $130, you get all that stuff, plus the Vault Hunter pack, which is 2 new playable Vault Hunters, 2 new map regions, new story missions and side missions, new gear and weapons, new Vault Hunter cosmetics, new Echo Skin cosmetic, then also 4 Vault Hunter skins, Vault Hunter heads, Vault Hunter bodies. So I have no clue what the cost to content breakdown of this game is even remotely trying to be anymore. Because apparently if you just pay double price, you get 4 new areas, 2 new regions, 2 new hunters, a bunch of vault cards, some new gear and weapons. How much content's in the fucking base game? Like, if we're being realistic about how much they're charging for this air quote bonus content, I say bonus content, this is clearly base content cut out of the game. But if we're being like consistent about the pricing of like content per dollar, one of 2 things is happening here. Either the DLC content here is grossly overpriced, or the base content of Borderlands 4 is going to be fucking barren. One of those 2 things is happening, and there is no in between here. And all of this is coming from a company run by Mr. I want everyone to play the game regardless of their monetary financial position. Whoo! Don't buy this game. Do not buy this game. Oh, and fun fact, just in case you needed an extra reason not to buy this game, it has 2 kinds of DRM on the PC version. There's De Nouveau and Symbiote. Listen, I almost want this game to be absolute trash, because then I won't feel bad about telling you not to fucking buy it. Because it sucks when a really good game, a really well-made game, is surrounded by just complete trash business. So like, I genuinely hope Borderlands 4 is the fucking worst game ever, because then I won't feel any kind of shame or any kind of disappointment about the fact that I am urging you not to buy this. Every time I think the AAA industry has gotten like to its new low, we just get lower. You know what I mean? It's just like every single time. Every single fucking time. Like, why can't we just find a new low and stay there? Randy, I'm not asking you to do much. I'm asking you to do nothing. I'm asking you to just go away. Oh, you want to see something funny that happened, that it was pointed out to me while I was recording this video? The Gearbox official Twitter says that the collector's edition was mislabeled as the collector's edition. It wasn't actually collector's edition. It's a merch bundle, right? That's why it doesn't include the game. It was just all one big mislabel. You know who hasn't deleted their tweet calling it a collector's edition and saying you should pre-order it? Randy fucking Pitchford. He's still promoting this as the collector's edition of the game and saying you should pre-order it. Oh, fuck yourself. Doofus Club time. Nate, Blast1314, Jimmy Chops, Close the Door, I'm Touching Myself, Michael Musial, Master Killer, Firestorm 2056, Demetrius, Papa Jure, Showbiz, NCNA, Banshee, Tom, Snorlax, and Omega, Moltheme, Dan Porter, Rivers, One Man Savage, Binary Deviant, Oracle, Unknown, 186718, Kev Dog, 1992, Stomby Killer, 5072, Official Dreg, Smash Star, No Mom, It's Mine, I'll watch it as fast as I want, Bear Brain, Epion 504, Grimsy, Edge 91789, fucking, god damn it, fuck, shit, fuck. The Caffeine Addict, Corporal Dixon, Kushko, Unicorn, Rocco, Opossum, Better Fondue, Femboy, Food House is my game of the year, Nintendo can eat my ass, someone check on Harmon Smith, Tom Spogan, Dial Up, Sense Nakage, Non-Volad, Take Old Biddies, Partial Mean 8, Nick, Voxalto, JJ Dusty, Hail Nuvo Pop Cod, Stop It, Codman 4372WX, I need a stupid name for Joe to read out loud for everyone to see, Celerock, Go Pyrex, I'm a fan, Alderoth 01, you will find me smoking drugs in cat's litter box shit, Rick 69, Dog Dixie Smile, Snake Eyes 327, Devastator 2000, Joe please let us touch up you sexy man, MK236E, I'm still in the I'm still in the moat. Joe, please get help. Hentai X Machina Gamma, Elite Wolf, Firehaz 105, Clipto Penguin, GWXSS, Ras the Wolf, Evanco, OK Toodles, Tech Gaming to the Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Really Zerd Gaming with the people, All Games Video. That's a Japanese word that says Randy Pitchford can eat my silky ass. Max Skill of V2 Gaming, Biscuit 1101, Todd Howard's our Lord and Savior, Chris Floyd, Pub Rock for the Rat King, Jessica Spiral. Oh my god, every time. Jessica Shepard, Ricky Spowell, Ricky Tiki Tabby, Muskie, I'm not hyper GTA 6, it doesn't look that interesting to me. Grooming the Steel Angel, PlayStation needs day and date on PC, get over it. Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vaderham, Cyrus 6771, Don't Call Me Doofus, it hurts my feelings, True Duckskin 940, I'm Joe's phone text notification, ding.mp4, the first Doofus, Creed Warrior 23, Max the Chef, Chap is going away for a while, take care for now, Totally Insane, Even Theta Autry, Black Cobra, The Animal Slayer, Night of Cypher, ML04, Iron 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray, Oh No, The Ball Banana Man, Wolf of Midnight, Sig Rider, Pig Venus, Steve Wynn Studios, Film McCracken, Gaming, Tariq Brown, Thorn Skate, Mac and X, Suffers Emerson, Smithsonian 03, It's got Leonard for Wine, Max Power, White Trouble on Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Draws Max on Twitch, Come Hang On, Gob Gobson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Hinder, Candy Kitten, Fanny, Hangman for Hire, Ellen Lenore, Frost Crystal, Jommy Chops. It says Biogenesis. I was gonna say Jommy Chops. What is wrong with me? Ian in Action, Floppy Pinkus 97, Mega Key, Scruffy Skull, Ghost Ho, Ryusaki, Jojo 6, Fast Girl, Raptor Tim, The Amazing Blightman, Blue Hook, Jeff from Portland, Add Me on Steam, Techno Squeak. That's more helpful. Last time I read this, it just said Add Me on Steam, and then nothing after that. It said Add Me on Steam. Motherfucker, I can't do that. Jody Breeze, Smitty, Working Gear Man Jensen, Maxler, All Cholo, Maxler the Cholo Zord. I said the Cholo Zard. I was gonna say Maxler El Cholo Zard, which I guess would be more on brand actually. Make advertisement, Diego Garcia, JJ Dosey, My Kibikins, I American Idiot, Darth Muffin, Oh No, It's Justin, Rand, Rui, 20 Wayne, Mechanical Resonance, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, Negative Creep, Joe Taku, Poop P Bang, Cat Chicken Sucker, Mom Banger 8008, Wannabe Hobo, Jidge, Westa, Billet 310 Char. This going back to this Chicken Sucker Mom. This sounds like a character in Redneck Rampage. Like, oh, you gotta go get the quest from Chicken Sucker Mom Banger, and then it's just there's an 8008 at the end of it because it's an old PC game and there was just numbers after things. Jidge, Westa, Bill 310 Char, Rob C, Veg, the Groovy Banana, Kurt Nouns Pack, the Scrum Master Squirrel with the gun makes my pee nuts go pew pew. That was the most fucking disastrous Doofus Club I've done in a while. These things are just getting more and more unhinged. But hey, Randy, at least when I market the Doofus Club, when I say if you pay 99 cents a month, you get your name in the fucking shoutouts, I actually give you your name in the fucking shoutouts. I'm not saying, hey, go pre-order Borderlands 4 with this version of Borderlands 4 that isn't actually the collector's edition of Borderlands 4, even though I'm calling it the collector's edition of Borderlands 4. You complete joke of a company. Okay, these toodles.